What up, G-Life? It's your boy, MC Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist. The playlist on top of my videos and the folders makes the video you're looking for a lot easier, whether it's just a G-series, all that good stuff, you know what I mean? There are no folders. Don't forget to check out my second channel, M.O.D Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, what I wanted to talk about was the legendary Eazy-E, his relationship with the Raza community, Chicano rap, Raza in general. Well, for those who are not aware, Eazy was a big supporter of Chicano rap. As a matter of fact, he was the first to sign, Chicano artists to his label because in Ruthless Records, you did have, Chicanos in them. He had worked with Kid Frost. He had signed Brownside, obviously, you know what I mean? Eazy was a big part of the Brownside, being established, and everyone obviously knows what the Brownside is, R.I.P. Toes, Danger, and Wicked. He had worked with Slow Pain, and a few others, so Eazy was ahead of his time. He definitely knew, he had the mind for business, so he knew the potential in these individuals, and he knew what this music could be, you know what I mean? He knows that there was just a lot of haters. Obviously, there is a lot of hate because of the black and brown relationship in certain areas that gets, people talking. Is why some individuals choose not to take a chance, right? Because they don't want to be put in those kind of hostile, I guess you could say, scenarios. And then some because of the backlash that they might get from the black, community due to the fact of some of these areas having these feuds. But Eazy didn't give a fuck. Because Eazy knew what it was. Eazy knew that shit wasn't personal. Eazy knew that shit was all, gang feuds, bro. You know what I mean? Just like Avada feuds with any other gang, Because Eazy was really from the street, so he knew, what was happening, He was affiliated with the Cribs or whatever, the Kelly Parks. So he knew what it was. He knew that, you beef it with some Hispanic gangs and you're cool with some other Hispanic gangs. That's the way it is. I know that you do get individuals that see some stuff online or because they watch certain channels. Like, let's say, for example, I'm a fan of Hood War Stories. A big fan of his channel. He does good work. But sometimes, often than not, what I see that he tends to do is he tries to put a heavy emphasis on the racism between Hispanics and blacks when it's not like that. But see, people that are not from the streets looking from the outside in, to them it seems like that. So when he's pushing the narrative, it's kind of like he homes in on that. He tries to hammer that down. And it's like, it's not like that, but I could understand why people could see it like that. You get what I mean? Because it's like if I was to make videos and home in on the stuff that black people do to Hispanics, because of the gang violence, I mean, they will start looking a little racism as well, you know what I mean? But that's why it's never good to do that. Because there's sometimes, one of the things that makes me laugh, because I can't believe people just can't even think about this, is that they say that there's a crime, right? And a person dies and the other person gets away, right? And that the person, when he shot and killed them, he said, F the ends. You know what I mean? But if there's nobody around, then how do you know that he said F the ends? If there's nobody around, because the person in the testimony doesn't say that he said that, right? And there was no witnesses and the person's dead. So how did they know that he said F the ends before he shot and killed them? That's what I mean. People don't think. When they hear these stories, they just hear them and they react without even thinking twice. Like, whoa, hold on. How do they even know that this is? You get what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. People add in there's just their 2 cents. You know what I mean? Because if one is a Hispanic person, one's a black. Oh, it must be racism. So they start adding bits and pieces to the story. You already know how it works. People add their own shit to stories, and then it gets spread and people think it as facts. When it's like all you really have to do is take some time to realize, wait, well, how did they know that he said that if there was nobody around, though? That's what I'm saying, though. People don't bother to think about shit. They just let their emotions take over in hyperdrive. So Easy knew what it was. Um, when it comes to the relationship. So he did sign, Hispanics. You know what I mean? He was embraced by the Latinos, the Hispanics. You know what I mean? There's a gang of pictures out there with him, posted with homies, from East Side 13, 36, Diamonds, Temples. You know what I mean? Homie, he was more than welcome. You know what I mean? Because he was taking a chance on the Brown. You know what I mean? You know, and it was paying off. It was those albums were good. You know what I mean? And those people that he scouted and talent like Kid Frost, Slow Pain, Brownside, they were all chingon individuals. Oh, I had to sneeze there. They were chingon individuals. You know what I mean? With a lot of talent. So he knew who had potential and stuff like that. He was just gonna sign just whoever, because at the time there was a lot of you know up and coming Chicano rappers, but like he only worked with some. You know what I mean? Because like I said, he was a businessman. He was good at his job. Scouting out talent. He may not have been the best rapper and stuff like that, but he knew how to get it done. So of course, I respect him for that. I tip my hats off to him. I am an Eazy fan. You know what I mean? I dig his music. When people say he can't rap, nah, homie could hold his own. Homie had a lot of good songs. That I still fuck with. Till nowadays. The motherfucking real. If it's on, then it's home. Real motherfucking G's. You know what I mean? He had a gang of rolas that you could just bump to. And he had rolas with homeboys too. You know what I mean? There's several out there. For those who are not aware, yes, he did have Brownside and Kid Frost and them individuals. Like I said, Easy used to roll with Raza. He used to roll with essays or whatever. And they were back in his plate too. Whenever he had some shit, some beef. They would go back him up. You hear Toker talking about it, several incidents or whatever. And other people have came out and said, yeah, you see Easy pull up, and there were like 20 essays, and it was like, what the fuck? That's what I mean, though. And then people try to say, nah, well, we always had a fucked up relationship between blacks and essays. Right? You're like, nah, people, I'm telling you, they grab these fucking isolated incidents and try to blow them out of proportion. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, as much stories as you can find of Raza and blacks feuding is as many stories you can find of homeboys kicking it with blacks. You know what I mean? So I don't understand what people are saying. As much as you have like big time feuds like the Durogs and the East Side Duarte or the East Side Longo and the Cribs, the Insane Cribs, it's as much stories you can have like the Grape Street Watts and the Watt Cribs or homies from Market Street and the Cribs over there in SD and us and Dead and Gangster Cribs or and several other hoods that have a good relationship. So it's like, what are you guys talking about? But I'm telling you, people just get those. They don't focus in on those. Like, if you bring those up, oh, what about this? Or what about that? Like, what about when you fools threw the fire cocktails over there? Like, you fools are acting like, for example, when there was beef between, I'm not going to say the neighbors, I'm not going to disrespect them, but it was, between a black gang and a Hispanic gang in Northeast Los Angeles. And in retaliation, the black gang member shot and killed the son, a 2-year-old of a Hispanic gang member, as revenge. Like, come on, like, people don't talk about that. Like, what, And they had did it to some other one who wasn't even gang related, but just because he was Mexican, but he was in the area where that gang belonged, so they shot and killed his kid, and he wasn't even from the gang. What about that? That's racially motivated if you wanna isolate that incident. But it's like, I don't home in on shit like that because I know that they're not racist, and I know I'm not gonna why home in on that and make it something that is not. You know what I mean? So Easy, was a pioneer in that, in hammering the relationship. It's too bad that he had to go, when he had to go. But Yeah, he has respect by homeboys in the Latino community for what he was doing. So I respect Easy and what he did, and and helping establish that for the Brown, opening the doors for other individuals to take a chance on these guys. So I tip my hats off to Easy, but that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Shadow, we out.